Monday, Monday. It's Monday, Monday. Monday, Monday. It's not a mundane Monday. It's a motivational Monday. No, that's a little too much, John. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? What's going on? Happy Monday. Happy Monday. And I hope you guys are having a fantastic start to your week. Hi, Carl. So, yeah, man. It's always fun, right? It's always fun to start a new week. Especially, there's a new program launch today. It's the end of the summer, which means the busy season is here. It's in front of us. It's happening. Lots of excitement's going on. There's programs being launched. People are fired up for business because they know right around the corner the Christmas season, the Black Friday season is right around the corner. So people are happy right now. They're upset that summer's coming to a close, but they're happy for their online business because more attention will be brought to what they can do with their time behind the computer going forward. So, anyways, Jen, what's going on? Hi, Marlon. So today I wanted to talk to you guys about. I was kind of watching something. I was poking around in chat today. And I was just observing. I always like to observe. I can't even speak. Observe. What goes on, what people are talking about. I like to have my ear to the street, to the ground per se, and just have a feeling of what's around the industry. And generally, it's a bunch of negative Nancies and grumpy Gusses. People, someone, it was so unique. I was watching it. Someone was, saying that they were claiming vault and keys and they were having a good time surfing. And someone chimed in all grumpy going, oh, well, why are you doing that? What good is that? Real negative, right? And it was like, I'm asking myself, do we, are we our own worst enemy? Are we really our own worst enemy? Because what I've seen in my years and years and years is that we seem to attract, we do our best to try to attract like-minded individuals, and that's what I try to do with Plus One Daily. I don't get thousands of people coming to this because I'm not usually drama-filled. I'm talking about good stuff and stuff that can actually help you. So it's not a train wreck here, right? I'm not freaking out on cam like I was 3 or 4 years ago. I'm doing my best to stay away from the negative Nancies and the grumpy Gusses. That's a reason why I came to YouTube to do my shows here, because I don't know if you guys have seen it in the other platforms, but there's constant trolling in the other platforms, and you spend the majority of your time dealing with, and I'm not saying there's no trolls here, I'm just saying that I'm trying to stay away from that. And the more I look around the industry, the more I'm seeing people that are just negative. There's this aura around people where it's just like, oh, why are you doing this? Oh, this sucks. This doesn't work. Or there's just this attitude of failure and this attitude of like it's us versus them, and it's nothing new. I mean, let's be honest. This has been happening in this industry for years. But it got me thinking, and I was just like, I noticed it today when I was surfing. I was just like, maybe we don't do a good enough job of attracting the people we want to attract in our circles. And all the words, are completely useless. Me talking about this, me writing a blog post is completely useless. I've got to lead by example. If I want change to happen, I need to be the change. You've heard that, right? That's a popular personal development thing. What's going on, Nick? Hi, Kent. How you doing? That's a personal development mantra, I guess. It's, like, be the change. Be the change you want to see. So, for me, going forward this week, what I want to do is make sure that Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I'm giving you guys great content. I want to make sure that I'm in chat being positive. I'm going to make blog posts that are positive in nature, that get you guys fired up. What's going on, Gary? That get you guys fired up, and that's how I'm going to stay away from the negative Nancies and the grumpy Gusses. They're miserable, man. We don't need to be around that. They seem to congregate, and it's the us versus them mentality, and it's not good for your mental health or your soul. So I was reading some, of course, John C. Maxwell stuff, like I always do over the weekend. Well, thank you, Jen. Hi, Scott. And he told me there was kind of four groups of leaders slash business people in the world, and I thought this was fantastic, and I wanted to share this with you guys. This is actually from A Leader's Heart by John C. Maxwell, and he said there's four kind of leaders in the world. There's dropouts, cop-outs, holdouts, and all-outs. And our job as leaders and people in business is to be the all-outs. And I'll go over the definition of what he said each of these are. So he said the first are the dropouts. The dropouts to me are the people that absolutely love the internet marketing vortex of doom. The dropouts are the people that try their hand at something and just, they become negative and they become the grumpy Gus and they're just, this isn't working and you know what, I'm just going to give up. There's a whole big chunk of people there. The funny thing about this industry is because the cost of entry is so low, they don't disappear. They might drop out in the race, but they're still there. I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about. There's people in there that are still out there. They may not be fired up and crushing it on all cylinders, but they're still there because the cost of entry is so low. People just seem to stick around for years and years and years, and usually their baggage comes with them, their negative Nancy approach to life. So the dropouts are the people that, they may give up, but they never really truly disappear, which is a good thing and a bad thing. Good thing is that there's still hope. Bad thing is that the baggage comes with them. The second thing he said are the cop-outs, and that's the people that I call in the vortex of doom, are the people that use the blame game. The people that point the fingers, the us versus them, the gurus make all the money. Tim Tech is the evil empire. It's the cop out. There's 1,000,001 reasons why they're not succeeding, and none of them is their fault. It's none of them. It's the cop out. It's the excuse brigade. It's the Woe Is Me crowd. It's the people that are just absolutely dead set on taking any kind of personal responsibility, but they gotta blame someone, and they don't want to shine the mirror at themselves. So they do everything in their power to blame other people for their failures. Huge amounts of people. This is probably out of all of them, out of the four, this is probably the biggest bulk chunk of people in this industry. The cop-outs, the people that blame others for their failures. And this is something we've got to get rid of. We've got to start shining the mirror and looking at ourselves and going, okay, I want to be if I want something to change and I want my teammates to do other things, I need to be the change. I need to lead by example. Stop blaming others for your failures. And the third one is the holdouts. The holdouts are a unique group of people. These people are fired up. These leaders, these business people, they're excited. They're fired up each and every day. But this is specifically, I'd say this, out of everybody that comes to Plus One Daily or TE Live over the years, this is the biggest group of people, and I'm guilty of this too. So don't say I'm pointing the finger. I'm just as guilty of this. But these are the holdouts. And what do I mean by holding out? It's like they're waiting for the stars to align, right? Oh, when I get the money I need, then I'll do this. Or, oh, I don't get paid this week. In 2 or 3 weeks from now, I get paid. That's when I'm going to start doing this. It's the holdouts. They're waiting for the perfect time, the perfect opportunity. They're always waiting. They're holding out. They're not stepping up and leading and doing big, big, beautiful things. This is a big chunk of the people in our community. The people listening to this right now, show of hands, guilty as charged. I've done this countless times. This is my biggest snafu is that I'm always waiting for the perfect opportunity. You know what? I'm not really inspired right now. I'll write my blog post tomorrow because I'm not really fired up today. I'm holding out. I'm holding out for the perfect opportunity. This is good because though the people in the holdout group, we're fired up. We don't like the negative Nancies, the grumpy Gusses. We want to stay away from them. We actually admit when we're at fault. We're not dropping out. We're still here. So it's a good thing, right? It's good. There's really good characteristics in this group of people. And I truly believe the majority of the people in Plus One Daily, this is us. And I say us, myself included. We have the right DNA to be entrepreneurs and long-term growth and that building solid foundations. We have that. What's going on, Peter? We have that. But something in us holds us back. We're not confident enough to step out of our comfort zone. This can be worked on, again, by plus one in each and every day. This can definitely be changed. And the final thing is kind of like the all-outs. This is what we all want to be, right? We want to be 100%. We want to be all out. We want to be all out everywhere, leading by example, giving good value out there, completely hop stepping and jumping over the negative Nancies and grumpy Gusses. We don't want anything to do with them. We want to be just fired up. We want to give good content. We want to be in front of people. We want to build awesome businesses. We want to help people. The all-outs. This is our goal, right? This is where we want to get to. But we got the dropouts, the cop-outs, and the holdouts that are kind of holding us back. But we don't care. We don't care. The all-outs are our goal. That is what I truly believe that you guys can achieve if you plus one each and every day. A really good example too. First of all, I'm a huge fan of John C. Maxwell, so a lot of this stuff I didn't come up with. None of this stuff. I'm not that smart. Okay, I'm really not that smart. So a lot of the stuff that I read from the John C. Maxwell books, I like sharing it with you guys because the message is so clear. But when you get it, it's a simple concept, and it really, really helps you grow as an individual. And he gave the example of a seed. When you plant a seed, I'm not going to get too biblical here. I'm just going to say the book is called The Leader's Heart, John C. Maxwell. It's a devotional, 365-day devotional. So it's really, really cool. He just each and every day he's got little tidbits and stuff. And also this one is really good too. The Maxwell Daily Reader. This one is really, really good as well. So any of the daily devotionals from John C. Maxwell, I'd highly recommend. But he uses this example of a seed, and he says you plant a seed for a tree, whatever tree, let's say, pick a tree, whatever, it doesn't matter, a redwood, redwood, biggest tree in the world, some of them, one of them. You plant it, a year after it's grown, it's just a little stick in the ground, right? People can, like a 1-year-old child can rip it out, right? It's 1 year. Right, and this is where we're seeing the cop-outs and the dropouts. They've only been at it for like a year or something. So it's easy for a negative Nancy or grumpy Gus to come along, pick it up, rip it out, and they got to start all over because there's no foundation there. It's really, really easy. But this is what happens with a seed that is plus one. So it's taken care of each and every day, and it's grown strong in its roots. 10 years, 20 years, 30 years. Hurricanes can come by, and you can't destroy that tree. That's the nugget. The nugget is the dropouts, the cop-outs, and the holdouts are there because you're just a little stickling. You're just a little tiny tree. You've only been at it for 6 months or something, or a year. Anybody can come and rip it out. Anybody can rip it out. It takes no effort. Just a little, that's not fair, and it's us versus them. You start questioning yourself. You give up. You get ripped out of the ground. But if you're plus one-ing, if you're giving... If you're adding value to people each and every day, if you're plus one-ing each and every day, your tree, the roots of your tree build a solid foundation. They grow deep, and it will take a hurricane to knock it over. This is the nugget. Keep feeding your mind with good stuff. Keep feeding your mind with the thought of adding value to your teams, adding value to the people in your community, adding value to the people that you're promoting to and for. If you have that mentality, no one can knock you out. No one can knock you off course. So you want to get away from the negative Nancies and the grumpy Gusses, just don't listen to them. Fill your mind with good stuff, plus one each and every day, and you're going to see some amazing results. It might not happen 6 months from now, but a year from now, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years from now, the foundation has been laid. The roots are deep. You guys will crush it. So thank you guys for coming and rocking with me. I hope you guys enjoyed today's Plus One Daily. Have a fantastic, fantastic week. It's Monday. We're fired up. I'll be back on Wednesday. I'm going to do these Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays now, just to make sure that you guys got good content. Tuesdays and Thursdays, I'll probably be doing blog posts or something like that as well. So thank you guys for coming and rocking with me. Have a fantastic start to the week. If you need anything, I'm always on Skype. Drop me a line. I'm here if you need anything. So toodles. I'm going to have my coffee right now and say goodbye to people. Bye-bye. That's my cue when I see the coffee to press stop streaming.